Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome to the final Halloween review of the year. There's still going to be one or two more Halloween videos this year, but in terms of these vlog reviews, this will be the last one. Now, I wanted it to be Halloween Kills. I was excited as frick for that movie, and I really wanted to talk about it on the channel, but as of now, I still haven't seen it yet. I just have not had the time to go to the movie theaters, and I don't have a subscription to Peacock because why the frick would I have a subscription to Peacock? So yeah, odds are I won't be able to review Halloween Kills for you this year. So I decided to pull out a classic, that being the original Friday the 13th. If you can't review a Halloween movie, you might as well review a ripoff, am I right? So the film is about a bunch of horny teenagers that are counselors at the summer camp, Camp Crystal Lake. But there's a mysterious killer going around, killing all of the counselors and the people running the camp one by one, till there's only one survivor left to face off the killer. And that killer is not Jason Voorhees. Yeah, despite all the other movies having Jason as the main antagonist, and all the Jason crap that I have in the background, Jason was actually not the killer in the first movie. It was his mom, Pamela. Basically, she's a mental nutcase. Her son, Jason, drowned in a lake back in the 50s when he was only 11 years old. And instead of watching him, the counselors were too busy having sex. So, as an act of revenge, Pamela Voorhees would murder every single person who would come to Camp Crystal Lake. So when people look back at Friday the 13th, they mainly just think of the franchise as a whole, and mainly the sequels with Jason going around and killing a bunch of horny teenagers, Tommy Jarvis in there, Kane Hodder as Jason, and the fact that he's an unbeatable killing machine who's a supernatural being as well. Yeah, none of the good stuff that we actually like from these movies is in this movie. This movie is a slow, boring mess of a film, and they didn't even really have a full script when they shot it. Literally, they were just like, Halloween was a very popular movie, let's rip it off! And in the result, this movie is very boring to watch. Half of the time, you're just waiting for the kills to happen. And if there's one thing in this movie that is actually really, really good that goes along with the rest of the franchise, it's the kills done by the legendary Tom Savini. Tom Savini, who previously did work on Dawn of the Dead, brought his amazing special effects to this film, and they look amazing. Probably the most iconic kill in the movie is the arrow going through Kevin Bacon's neck. Yeah, it is a really good kill with all the blood just bursting all over the place. It's really well done. The special effects are really great. Kind of liking how this film is a little unique from Halloween in one aspect outside of the gore, because Halloween wasn't gory at all. And that's the fact that the grand majority of this film takes place in the daylight and outside, and the killer could literally show up at any time and show up anywhere behind any trees and any bushes, so there really is no place to hide, and that's creepy. That's a good premise for a horror movie, setting it as such a happy place where you wouldn't expect anything to go wrong, like a summer camp. And later horror movies would go ahead and do the same thing to places like amusement parks, your grandparents' house, and even more summer camps. But at the end of the day, this movie only really has good kills and good atmosphere going for it. The characters are boring stereotypes. The writing is trash, just My God. And between all the awkward bits of dialogue and the really good kills, there's just awkward silences. This is one of the most boring and slow horror movies I've ever seen. How did this movie become a classic? You know what? It's not this movie that became a classic. It's the franchise and the character of Jason Voorhees. And Jason really isn't in this movie with the exception of the end of the film. So I recommend just stick with the later movies. So Friday the 13th is not a good movie. It needs more Jason, boy. It needs more Jason. It needs more Jason. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe if you're new, and ring the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And I hope you all had a happy Halloween. I sure as frig had a lot of fun making Halloween related content and doing all sorts of Halloween activities in my personal time, like watching horror movies, going to haunted houses, and being in haunted houses. That's why I wasn't able to see Halloween Kills. So, I'll see you later. Bye.